Hello there, my name is Sixo, but more on that later because it's time to get augmented. Yes, thanks to the folks at Vanch Studio, we're here to look at 2 of the Vanchcard Transformers Premium Packs, which is a new way to get involved with the ever-expanding world of the robots in disguise. Now you may be sat here wondering just what on Cybertron this is all about, and to be totally upfront, that was precisely the position I was in until very recently, as this sort of thing is definitely not in my usual wheelhouse. But it's turned out to be a lot of fun, so whilst I can't promise I'm an expert, I'll at least do my best to explain the key points of this game and give you a good overview. So, what is Vanchcard? Well, I'm sure everyone is familiar with the notion of trading card games. Even my boy has amassed a surprisingly extensive Pokemon card collection already, and that's to say nothing of other popular brands such as Magic the Gathering or Star Wars. The bit that admittedly had passed me by was how many of these games now possess a digital element, and that's exactly what we have here. It's essentially trading cards where the battles are played out on screen using augmented reality. You can still do all the more traditional stuff like collecting and sorting your cards, and of course trading with others to create your roster, but the AR element is where this game comes alive and adds a bold new spin on an otherwise classic format. These 2 packages are themed around Autobots and Decepticons, and are certainly some of the most comprehensive options available, although there are some other smaller mixed packs which also exist. The boxes are really nicely presented with plenty of cues to iconic Transformers branding, though now with the current 40th anniversary logo adorned on the front. However, it's once you crack it all open that you'll appreciate how much kit is included within. There's everything here you could possibly need to get you started, such as a set of 47 randomly assigned cards, including the 2 that were prominently on display in the box window. A thickly laminated ID card with an individual QR code on the rear. A sizable playmat that can be used for conducting battles. A foldable cardboard stand which you can use to position and tilt your mobile device when using the augmented reality feature. 2 small pouch cases for individual cards to be slipped inside, if indeed that's something you want to do. A larger box with an embossed faction logo and a flip-up Velcro fastened lid, in which you can store your card collection should you wish, and an alternative A5 size binder for you to keep them in instead, where you can regularly ogle them to your heart's content, much in the same manner my son does with his Pokemon cards, I guess. Depending on which pack you pick up, the various bits and bobs will be themed around the faction of your choice, including different artwork on the device stand, card box, A5 binder, and the small pouches. However, the pack of playing cards included is still a mix of Autobot and Decepticon characters, so whilst you can conduct single faction battles, rest assured you have everything you need in just one of these packs to pit good versus evil from the off. Of course, you can spend your time methodically sorting them into their respective factions if indeed that helps you to sleep at night. The cards themselves are decently designed, with some superb artwork depicting the individual characters on the front and a QR code to register each of them with your account on the back. As well as allegiance, the cards are split into different categories, as indicated by a small bit of text next to the character's name, including normal, rare, epic, mythical, and heroic. The names are a bit of a head scratcher, but suffice it to say there are good and bad bots present in each category. You will also find the character's attack strength and health, or HP, listed on the front, exactly as seen on more traditional examples, as well as the number of the card in question. Finally, there are individual cards for robot and alternate modes, as well as separate ones for weapons and other accessories too, which did confuse me quite a bit, but it at least means there's plenty to collect. The next step is getting set up with the app, which first means positioning your device atop the handy stand, and then downloading the Vanchcard app. You can set up your account very quickly using the ID card by scanning in the QR code on the rear, which is easy to do, although I will say I would have liked more instructions for the setup process included in the box. Once logged in, the next thing to do is start registering your card collection by going to the card book menu. This is where you can peruse any cards already registered and filter them according to their allegiance or other categories as you wish. If you click on a card, you'll see the details for that character displayed, including a short bio, their various ratings, and any associated weapons or alternate modes you have via other cards. You will also see that character's digital model, where you can rotate them round 360 degrees, or opt to view their transformation between modes, which is pretty neat. To register new cards, you simply need to go to Collect Card, and then scan in the rear QR code to add them to your existing collection. Pretty easy. Now before you get playing, it's worth understanding that a sizable part of the game is the currency of Sparks, which can be earned in various ways and allow you to upgrade your character's stats, as well as acquiring additional weapons and accessories. These can be earned via special Spark cards, or by cashing in duplicates of characters already in your collection. You also get them for various tasks such as signing in every day, or by being the first person to complete the game on a daily basis. With all of that in mind, it's time to get to action. Before commencing with the main play modes, there is a training function which allows you to practice this using the AR feature and the cards. Simply place your chosen card on the table in front of your device's camera and your character will pop to life on the screen. Again, you can rotate the card however you wish, which is really quite fun to see. The graphics employed here look really cool, and the use of shadows helps to sell the whole thing too. Then you can choose an opponent for them, of any allegiance, and they'll immediately start going at it. This carries on until one of them is defeated by having their HP bar entirely depleted, at which point they kinda look like they've fallen asleep standing up. Anyway, you can then recall this card and complete another battle should you wish, carrying on to your heart's content. It's by no means a complicated affair, and whilst much of the action does happen out of your control, it's still quite a bit of fun, and certainly kept both me and my son entertained for a decent dose of time. Given he's already well invested in the likes of collectible trading cards, seeing them come to life in this way is pretty much like catnip as far as he's concerned. Who won that one then?
Me.
Yeah, I think so. Then there are several other modes you can use, the first being PvE Challenge, which is a kind of arcade-style battle. The idea is simply to win as many rounds as possible by advancing every time you beat an opponent, increasing your score as you go. You can also choose occasional power-ups following a win to help you on your way. All of this contributes to your overall ranking, whether on your own device, within your region, or on the server as a whole. I think I still have a way to go. There's also another format called PvP Arena, where you get to choose other opponents to challenge based on their current score and the cards they have assembled for battle. You can get your own deck ready by going to the appropriate menu and selecting different characters combining to a maximum attack strength of 30 overall, before heading back to the arena and entering a battle. The gameplay itself is essentially the same as what you've already seen as you advance through the various rounds using the roster of cards you have chosen, although the winner in this case scores points off their opponent. And really, bar a few quirks along the way and the addition of a 2-player mode, that's the essential basics of it all. The in-app functionality is the same regardless of which format you're playing under, so it can feel a little repetitive at times. Although you do have to remind yourself that this is not a fully fledged video game of any kind, and the augmented reality function is more there to enhance the experience than anything. Besides, it has proven to be a lot of fun with my boy, as I mentioned, so I do think those of you looking to find some entertainment to share with your kids probably can't go too far wrong here, especially if they're already into the idea of trading cards and the like. Equally, the cards themselves are very nicely presented, and again are sure to draw the attention of older fans and little ones alike, and the graphics employed for the app certainly help to add a sparkle of imagination. I will say I would have liked better instructions for it all, as although there are some pointers contained within the app, there's still a fair bit of the functionality that's left up to you to decipher. That said, I should reiterate I am a total novice with this kind of stuff, so it's perfectly possible I'm just having a dad with tech moment and it's all gone over my head a bit. Anyway, on balance, it's fair to say that whilst it won't be for every Transformers fan out there, if you are after a robot-related augmented reality trading card game of this nature, I'd say you'll probably find something to enjoy here. Now, today's video is brought to you by TF Source, so I'll throw a link to their site in the description below where you can check them out for all your Transformers and third-party needs. And if you've enjoyed this video, then there are also links to the various ways you can support me, which makes all the difference in terms of keeping this channel running. Finally, I'd love it if you could drop me a like for today's effort, please. And don't forget to let me know your thoughts on Vanchcard. Do you like what you see, or not so sure? Otherwise, that's it from me, so thanks for watching and have a great rest of your day. TTFN.